Hi, I'm Andrew Stevenson, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can make a 5-minute journal for free in Canva. Here we are in the free version of Canva. To start off with, we're going to make a new design, and we're going to use a custom size, and here you add in your details, working in inches, and we want this size, 6.125 by 9.25 inches. That's a 6x9 journal with bleed. These are the margins that we're going on. I'll leave the, obviously you'll just Google KDP margins and you'll find this page. But basically the inside margin is going to be 0.375, and because we're using bleed, the outside margins are also going to be 375. So I'm going to use these rulers and I'm going to drag down margins just as a rough guide so I know where I shouldn't have me text. If you can't see these rulers, simply go to File, View Settings, Show Rulers and Grids. So if we click and drag down, we'll be able to put the margins in. So the top one is going to be 0.375, or as near as I can get it. 0.380, that will do. The bottom one, we need to take 0.375 off 9.25, which is 8875, 88, yeah. Again, as close as you can get it, it is just a guide. .866, that will do. And again from the side, 375 and 575, yep. 574. So these here, they're just going to be a rough guide. They don't have to be precise. Although, feel free to take your time. If you zoom in, you can get a closer, a more accurate reading. So for a rough guide, I'm going to, at the top of this page, I'm going to have the 5-minute journal. Now, it is wise to check the trademark, which I've already done. So for a 5-minute journal, you can see that there are 4 trademarks found. This one's withdrawn, so we can ignore that. 5-minute journal is registered. Das 5-Minuten journal is registered. 5-minute journal for kids is also registered. There's no sign here of 5-minute gratitude journal. 5-minute gratitude journal for kids. There's lots of different ways you can play it. Just avoid 5-minute journal. These two here, by the way, are owned by the same company. Just an interesting little aside there. So yep, so we'll have, I'm just going to call mine the 5-minute journal. Don't call yours that if you're worried about trademark infringement. Then underneath, I'm going to have a section for the date. It's going to be an undated planner, but the user can write the date in. So we'll have date, and over on this side we'll have MTWTFSS, the first letter of each day, so they can ring that off. And then in the middle section here, we're going to have three or four prompts. Now, where you get your prompts from is up to you. ChatGPT is good for creating prompts, or just go to Amazon or Etsy and see what sort of gratitude journals are there and what sort of prompts they're using. So I'm going to get the text down and then we'll mess about with the fonts as I'm going. So this is going to be the 5-minute journal. Drag you up to the middle. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have this 5-minute bit in a different font. Just help it stand out a bit. But you can't just change part of a text. You can't just change the font in part of a text box. You've got to create a whole new text box. So I'll delete 5-minute bit. copy and paste this so I've got a rough size. Maybe I'll use the number 5, eh? And we'll change this font. So I've been looking at some fonts. A lot of these sort of books use this sort of handwritten font, which I'm not a big fan of because I don't think it looks very clear. But if you look through Etsy or Amazon, you'll see they're all using that handwritten font. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We'll use this one. Aprilla. So now I have 2 text boxes. I need to make a gap in between the word the and journal of the first one. That's big enough to fit 5 minutes in. Just going to get that lined up better. What I think I will do is increase the size of this, just so it stands out a bit more. Maybe actually shrink down the size of that. So you mess about. I shouldn't have started doing this because I'll be here for a long time. This will be the last one I do, I promise. Yeah, so I like the look of that. I'll just group all that together. Put it in the middle. So now we're going to put the sections for the dates. So again, I'll just copy and paste that down so I just have the same size font. I couldn't be bothered to click to get new. How lazy is that? And I probably didn't save any time. So we'll have the date section there. I will copy and paste that also. And over here, we're going to have in capitals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Drag that so it's all on one line. I also want a line. I definitely want a line there, but then I'm thinking, do I want a line under it all? To act as a... Oop. Hold down shift to keep the line straight. Change the weight to 1. Do I want that? I'll just take the rulers off for a second. Do I want that? Yeah. Yeah, I want that. So so that'll do for the header. We've got the title, the date section here. Now we're going to have the first section. And this first section, what is the first thing we would want? A daily affirmation, perhaps. Start the day off with a daily affirmation. So I'm going to use the same font that we used for 5 minutes. I'm going to not do that. Daily affirmation. And underneath I'm going to put a little explaining what is today's mantra, and I'll shrink this text down. That's probably too big as well, so I'll shrink that down. Yep, that's canny. I'm going to then we're going to add more lines for the user to write on. So grab a line. Now I've extended that to the end of the page, and that's fine. It will it'll be fine because we've got bleed, so it doesn't matter that it goes over the margin. But I'm just thinking maybe I don't want it to go over the margin. Maybe we'll just keep it in the margin for now. Again, we'll edit the line. I want it to be a dotted line, but again, lightweight. And I'll copy and paste this 4 times. So we have 5 lines in total. Just tidy that up using the position tool. And now I'm going to use the ruler here to space out the lines. And because I've used 5 lines, I want, well, we've got gaps 1, 2, 3, 4. So what, 1/4 of an inch, maybe. If we have 1/4 of an inch between each line, that's enough space to write on. But I'll go a little bit more. So the top line's on 2. I'm going to drag this down to 3.1. You can see the ruler, there's a little tiny line there. And select them all and space vertically. That's fine, that's section 1 done. So the next part I'm just going to copy and paste the daily affirmation that we've just done. And I'm going to change this section. So we've had daily affirmation. This is going to be just gratitude. We'll call it morning. Oh, come on, man. Morning. Gratitude. And then this bit will have what? Are you grateful for today? So these are like things to do in the morning when you get up. I've got space for another 2 things there, so that's fine. So the daily affirmation and the morning gratitude. The next 2 sections I'm going to have are for after your day, after your work day or whatever. And that is going to be, we will have a I'll just copy and paste this so I've got the layout. And this is going to be today's highlights. And we'll have what 3 amazing things happened today. I'm going to turn this into a list. So I don't need 4 lines. So that 1, 2, 3, I'll get rid of you as well. I do need a text box, so I'll just copy that. I'll delete that. So 1, 2, and 3. Dotty. And I'm just going to pull this up to here. So they're just going to have three lines, and I'm going to adjust the line spacing. Getting nice and tight. That looks okay to me. I'll just shrink these lines. I'll turn the rulers off so I don't pull them about. But I'll shrink these lines down. Actually, I don't like that. I'm going to delete these two. I'll just do them as 3 individual text boxes. There we go, that's not bad so far. And then the bottom bit is going to be evening reflections. Grab this bit here, Control C, Control V, drag you down. And then data reflection, what one thing could you have done my hands are cold and I can't see over my microphone. So my data reflections, what could I have done better today? I could have warmed my hands up and moved my mic stand. So that's how it's looking at the minute. A nice simple minimalist journal. I'm just going to group all of these blocks together. Because I just want to arrange them. So if I pull one, then I don't have to pull them all. So don't accidentally separate the bits and bobs. And now I'll position them. Space them out vertically. That's not bad. So there's 2 distinct timings to fill the journal in. One's in the morning when you get up. The next is at the end where you've done your job or you've done your tasks for the day. And you're just reflecting, so the highlights and the reflection. And I want to make that a clear separation between the two. So I'm going to search the elements. And remember, this is the free version of Canva, so you don't have loads. And also, it's always wise to check what sort of usage you can have on them. So that's not bad. Nice sun. So I'll just position that so it's covering most of the day, the day tasks. I'm going to send it to the back, but I'm also going to change the transparency right down so it doesn't really interfere with the text. I'll see if they've also got a moon. So this is by the same artist. We'll have that moon. We'll change it black and white. Just to differentiate between day and night, so I'll position that in the centre and bring the transparency again right down. I've actually found a better sun than this one. Just move you out the way ever so slightly. Just it's more in keeping with the moon there. And there you go. That is your simple 5-minute journal. Made for free. You do want to add a title page, so I'll just duplicate that delete all of you, and then we'll start with... I'll take some elements from here. I'll take that. Maybe something like this. So it's just sort of playing about with what you fancy, really. And then I'll have something like... so let's copy and paste this block of text here. And we'll type in... This German belongs to... colon. Funny name for someone, colon. And then we'll add another line. Drag this out. And then change the thickness. So now, the more I look at this, the more I don't like that line. So I'll just get rid of it. And that's that. Now all you need to do is just duplicate this page however many times you want it. So here it is, 100 pages, all the same, all nicely laid out, I think. Very simple design, all for free. Now we'll just download it. As a PDF. And it's as simple as that. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.